Hi everyone. How's it going? It's been a yucky rainy day today and yesterday, and I moved into an apartment, but unfortunately I hate living in an apartment because I'm used to living in a van, and I really enjoy living in my van. So I was depressed for the first a week or two, and then I came down with the coronavirus last week. So it's been an interesting time for me, moving into an apartment and then being sick, being depressed, and not being able to go to work or go see my dad or anything like that. So I've been eh. So anyway, I worked last Thursday, and then I started feeling weird, and then I woke up Friday and I felt like death. My whole body just hurt. It was like I ran a marathon, honestly. And I had this horrible headache. You ever wake up and or just your head just doesn't feel right, you don't feel there, you're oh, I feel like I'm in another world, my head's just floating around? Well, that's what it felt like. So I just felt yucky, and I knew it wasn't from work. So I waited through the whole weekend. It didn't go away, so I was like, what is going on? Monday came around and I was supposed to go to work, and so I sent everybody in my group chat for work hey, does anybody else feel like this? So one other girl had been feeling yucky, so she went and got tested. So then everybody realized that I might have COVID, and they all started freaking out, and they're like, if you come to work, we're not coming to work, blah blah blah. Well, the HR department got a hold of me. It was a huge deal. Do not come to work. Don't do it. So I'm I don't even know if that's what I got. Well, Monday, I lost all of my taste and smell. All of it. I'm on day 8 now of having it, and I still can't smell or taste anything. When you get sick and for a couple days you can't taste anything? This is 8 days. And I'm not exaggerating about not being able to smell or taste. It's 0. There is not even a little bit can I smell or taste anything. Not even a little. So it's very weird. And at this point, I'm getting upset because I can't taste anything or smell anything. A lot of people wouldn't complain about not having to smell stuff because, things can be funky sometimes, So, yeah, I've had all kinds of symptoms, and I'm feeling a lot better. It's day 8. I'm allowed to go back to work next week. But this taste and smell thing is just really starting to irritate me because, I did a test the other day, and I burn sage all the time and incense and very strong smelling things. And so I was okay, well, I'm gonna try this out. So I burned some sage and I literally stuck it right under my nose. And this stuff is strong, strong, Could not smell it. I also have these patches that I use on my boobs, right? Because I'm trying to grow them. And these patches, they have essential oils or something on them. They are extremely potent. If you breathe it in, it's kind of like menthol. It burns your nose, This stuff is really potent. So I tried sticking one of those near my nose last night. Couldn't smell it. I'm this is ridiculous, dude. At this point, I'm I'm getting depressed because I have a friend in Alaska who has it too. She said her smell and taste is coming back, so cross my fingers because online it said that it could be permanent, and I don't want to live the rest of my life not tasting or smelling things. I just don't. So, anyway, I have spent the last 8 days in, well, I don't want to say in quarantine because I leave the house and I hang out in the van and I take the dogs for a walk. But I'm not allowed to go see anybody or go to work or go to the store or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, since I can't go see my dad, he's high risk, so I decided I'm not going to go to his house, So I've been real sad, like, I don't get to see my dad. So my dad lives on the 3rd floor, story apartment. So I'll show up there at night and just sit underneath the balcony on the ground and look up because he hangs out on the balcony all the time. So that's how I've been hanging out with my dad, just talking to him from the ground because I don't want to get him sick. So I don't know. I can't wait to go see my dad again. It's so sad when you can't do things. So that's my story for the week. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic in front of me, so there's loud cars. It was raining, so very loud here. So I'm just hanging out. I'm not liking the apartment. I don't like being there. Unfortunately, I think that I got so used to being in the van that just being in one spot just does not do it for me. I don't like it. I want to break my lease at this point, but I'm thinking it's not horrible. I can hang out all day in the van and then go home. I did some painting last night, which made me feel a little better. But, yeah. I'm debating on whether I want to stay through the winter time or just leave now and just do the winter thing in the van. But, of course, the van is acting up again. It's like one thing after the next. My kids are sleeping. I'm trying to get them out of the house. I came out for a walk with them, and then it started pouring, so I just kind of stayed in here and played video games for a while. So, how's everyone doing? Is everybody okay? Are you surviving the crazy world that we live in? Are you? Because things are wild, man, and they're just gonna get crazier and crazier. All this child sex trafficking shit coming out, like everybody's just fucking guilty. I don't really want to opinionate on that topic because I do know that all this stuff is going to surface and things are going to get wild and we're probably going to go through another lockdown, and between September and November things are just going to get fucking nuts. So if I could suggest anything to all my YouTube peoples, go stock up on food and water. Don't freak out. Just stock up for like a month, because, I follow a lot of people who channel and predict things, and, yep, there's like 30 people saying it, so, you kind of gotta believe it. So I went out about 2 weeks ago and just got, a bunch of water bottles and purified water, canned goods, packaged stuff that you can add water to, just stuff to get by. And I put it all in storage, better safe than sorry. And I do know if shit hits the fan, and I do live in a city, and they say, leave the city. So I am super grateful that I have a van that I can, and I'm already very used to surviving in the van, and I've already got everything I need as far as like if I need to live off grid. So that's great, solar panels, batteries, all the stuff that I need, propane stoves, So I finally fixed the vent in the roof, so that's great. To be honest with you, if I had fixed that before I moved in the apartment, I wouldn't have moved in the apartment. But it got so freaking hot here in July. Like, I shit you not, one day it was 115 degrees. It was just freaking miserable. I'm not trying to cuss, but I do cuss a lot. But just make sure you guys are prepared for if anything bad happens, because right now, currently, the government isn't doing so well, okay? We got people fighting with each other, Democrats and Republicans. They cannot get their shit together. They are like children. They're children. They can't come to an agreement on shit. They just want to fight and fight and fight and argue about shit, and they're just not adults. They cannot get their shit together. They are not looking out for the American people. So unfortunately, it looks like this may be the beginning of the government collapse, because get your fucking shit together, guys. It's not that hard. They've been fighting for like 2 weeks. Just like, one is saying, oh, let's continue the $600 a month unemployment pandemic pay. And then the Democrats are like, no, let's do $500. Okay, it's $100 difference. Just fucking pick one and go with it. Like, for God's sake. Now they have not come to like any agreement whatsoever, and now they're just gonna go on like vacation and shit, and like, fuck America, fuck America. So people who are out of work, like people like me who only work 2 days a week, and I get $70 a week on unemployment. What is that gonna do? What is that gonna do for anybody? So there's people out there that are struggling way worse than I am. And our government is just fucking shit. It's a fucking piece of shit. We have the shittiest fucking government I have ever seen in my life. So I don't even want to get into that either, because I'm like rambling on, but just disappointing. Just, it's a disappointment that these people work basically for the American people, but they're not doing anything. They're not doing shit. And they're just a bunch of like whiny baby bitches. And I hate our government. I hate them. So that's kind of why I choose to live like low key. I don't tell people what my address is or where I'm at, or like just with the COVID thing, like I had COVID. I'm 100% sure that that's what I had. But people were like, go get tested, go get tested. Why do I need to go get tested? Why? My mom literally was begging me in tears, do not get that test. So I didn't, because I know how corrupted bullshit is. I know that once you get tested, they put you into the fucking files, your name's in there, and then they will track you and everybody else that you're around. I don't want to be part of the system. I'm not that kind of person. I don't believe in it. I don't want to be a part of it. And what's the point of getting tested anyway? It's, confirm that I already know. Like, confirm that I'm positive, that I already know I've got it. What's the point in going at having a swab shoved up my brain hole? What's the point? Just ride it out and do my quarantine and get it over with and go on with my life. I don't need to be a part of that. I don't need confirmation that I'm sick. I know I'm fucking sick. I don't want to confirm it. Okay? So anyway, I mean, I'm just talking to talk. I just think it's, we're going through an awakening right now. The whole world, and I can just see people every day awakening more and more, and it's incredible. It's really incredible that people are actually coming to their senses and seeing the corrupt bullshit that's going on in life. Like, I saw this video the other day of a brother and sister. I think they're from the UK, and their father is the leader of a Satanist sex pedophilia cult thing. You guys have probably heard of him. God, what's his name? Ricky Dearman. So his kids were interviewed, and in the interview, his daughter and son, 8 and 9 years old, said that they drink the blood of babies, and their dad makes them cut these babies' heads off, and they drink the blood, and that their father does sex to them in a church. The church and the teachers there do sex to the children, and his father sells them for $50 a day for people to have sex with them. And these kids were in depth detail about what goes on during these rituals, where they cut babies' heads off and they drain the blood and they drink the blood, and then they dance around with these baby skulls, and that they literally have sex with the children. She was talking about dildos and them shoving them up their butts and just insane shit. And this guy was found not guilty because they made it look like the mom brainwashed them to tell them all this stuff about their dad. Now, these kids in the interview, they didn't hesitate whatsoever. They were in detail explaining all this crazy shit. Now, as an 8 or 9 year old, they were pretty convincing. Okay? I don't think that it's something that you can tell a child to say and then say it like they were there, you know? So then Ricky, their dad, has this interview, and he's just like crying the whole time, just completely acting. You can tell he's lying. He's a sack of shit. I mean, these kids were talking about how they eat baby. How the church cooks babies and puts it in their food. And that's what they eat. This is like and then you hear about all this child pedophilia, sex trafficking. It's just fucking unbelievable, the shit that goes on behind closed doors. And it's coming out now. It's all surfacing. All these people, like Jeffrey Epstein, nah, he didn't kill himself, but there's a lot of people that were involved with him. Okay? Y'all don't be naive, okay? The shit that's going on is insane. There's some horrible people in this world, and it's all gonna come to the surface, and we're gonna see some ugly shit, okay? We're gonna see a lot of shit. Ugly, nasty. Didn't they today or yesterday just find like child pornography like live going on in Bill Gates' house? Dude, I don't even watch the news, but the shit that I see, I don't even know how I find this shit. It's just gross. Humans are disgusting. Literally disgusting. Just fucking nasty, disgusting, heartless creatures. And a lot of us are not even human, okay? We're just here to help awaken this stupid, fucked up planet. I don't know what y'all believe in, but I truly believe that a lot of us are just like volunteers that came here to really help humanity get through these dark times, because we are going through some dark times. And I really hate to break it to you guys, but it's going to get a lot worse. A lot worse. But through all the darkness that we're going to go through, and all the hate and the negativity and the fighting and the battling, and it's insane what's going to happen. But we're going to come out of it a whole lot stronger and a whole lot happier. But between now and 2024, our government's going to collapse. The school systems are already collapsing. That's going to go away. We're not going to have money anymore. The money that we know of right now, bye-bye. We're basically all just going to be living off the land again. So, like I say, for right now, I know September, October, November, It's going to be rough. Stock up on canned goods and stuff to hold you over. If for some reason I'm wrong and you don't need that stuff, then you can use it later on. You can never have enough water bottles or enough canned goods. You can use it through the rest of your life. Doesn't matter. But people, just be prepared. Don't fall for the bullshit that you see on TV. Don't watch media. Don't watch the fucking news, okay? Don't do it. It's fake and they lie to you, okay? The shit that you see on TV is a lie. I ain't lying to you, okay? It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. They're trying to keep you wrapped up in the program, okay? But people aren't falling for it anymore. Stop watching it. They're just trying to fucking control you. Just like the whole mask bullshit. I got fucking COVID and I wear a mask all the time. And I don't believe in the mask at all. I believe that it's just control. It's just a way to control us, to keep us censored, okay? Stop believing the shit that you hear on TV. The media, the government, they don't give a fuck about you, okay? They give a fuck about them. And a lot of this shit with the vaccines and stuff, they're trying to lower the population so they can just control the rest of us, because there's too fucking many of us. So guys, please, think. Use your brain. Don't take a fucking vaccine that they just came out with. They don't even know if it works. Vaccines take years and years and years to develop, okay? Please don't take a fucking vaccine for coronavirus. I have coronavirus right now, and I tell you, it is not bad. It's like having a mild cold. I've had a cold. I've had period cramps worse than this, okay? COVID is not that bad unless you have a horrible immune system and you just don't fucking take care of yourself, which is probably an eye-opener to start fucking taking care of yourself, okay? Because smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol every day and eating cheeseburgers, I hate to break it to you guys, it's not good for you, okay? Stop eating the fucking meat. Stop eating the processed shit. Learn how to eat fruits and vegetables and things that are good for you, and drink alkaline water, and stop putting poison into your body. Alright? It's just a word of encouragement, because if you don't take care of yourself, there's risks. You know? So, just like my father, he's high risk. He has COPD and emphysema. He also smokes like 3 fucking packs of cigarettes a day and drinks like 24 cases of beer a day. I love him to death, but those are the consequences you have to deal with when you don't take care of your body. So just be mindful of that. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but there is a lot of shit going on in the world, and I don't ever really talk about it. You know, I've always just considered myself an observer, waiting for my time to help. And if I can help through YouTube in any way, then I'll do that too. But I worry about people because we're in the middle of an ascension between the light and dark polarities, and you have to choose a side, because you'll end up on one side or the other. And one day, when these polarities split, you'll be stuck in either the dark or the light, and there won't be a way out either way. So choose what you want to do with your life. Don't wait. Don't wait to take care of yourself. Don't wait to prepare. Okay? Because you know how fast COVID came out. Literally, I swear to God, life was normal one day, and then the next day, we were out of work, we were locked down, we were quarantined. It was like life changed immediately, overnight. And it's going to keep going just that fast, alright? Things are going to happen very quickly, very fast. So be prepared now. Alright? Don't go out and buy all the toilet paper. You don't need to do that. Just, every time you go to the store, just get something else that you can just put in your cabinet, just for a rainy day. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry that I talked so long. um, but yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe out there. Don't conform. Love you.